tuned in to The Money Zone.
Hey guys, welcome to The Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, guys. And I am so excited to be here with you guys on this Tuesday. Actually, I should be studying, but look at here. Still came to see you guys. Well, honestly, to talk about an important day of the year too. Well, it's not that important. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. International Accounting Day. So we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of accounting, give you guys some background information about International Accounting Day, and then we're just going to have a discussion as to the importance of you having your accounting in order if you're a small business owner, and like the responsibilities that you have to do your part. So if this is your first time tuning into the Money Zone, I advise you to grab your pen and your paper and then head over and join our mailing list by going to bit.ly/TMZ get notified. Join our mailing list so you can know when we have upcoming guests, because I know next week I think we have a guest coming on the show. You'll know what topics. You can send us emails about like questions that you want me to answer live and everything. So join our mailing list, guys, so you can know what's going on with the radio show. Okay, so grab your pen, grab your paper, share the video, guys, and we're going to be right back. guys, welcome back to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, guys. Okay, so tomorrow, the 10th, right? It should be tomorrow because that's Bryce's birthday. Tomorrow, the 10th, is International Accounting Day. So if you guys don't know, yes, there are boring holidays called like the International Accounting Day, but it's kind of honestly, just most holidays are to bring awareness to something that's extremely important. Okay. And so just like, Thanksgiving, we say Thanksgiving was created regardless of, the truth behind it, right? But Thanksgiving is the season of being thankful and grateful for what you have, your family, all your blessings, blase, 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 right? So International Accounting Day recognizes the importance of your accounting on a international level. So not just the importance of US based accounting, not the importance of just like UK accounting or African accounting, or no, let me not say African accounting because you have to take it for the individual countries within Africa. So just every form of accounting across the globe. International Accounting Day recognizes the importance of each and every one of us that have businesses, that manages the finances of a business, and just also managing your personal finances as well. So International Accounting Day brings light to you managing your business or your personal finances on a global scale. Okay. So around this time at the end of the year, many of you are writing down your goals. Many of you are saying you want to do, how would I say, you're doing masterminds and you're attending conferences so you can prepare for 2022, and you are sitting with your coaches and putting together profit plans and so forth, right? One key thing that many of you as business owners are missing out is the mere fact of incorporating your accounting into your businesses. Okay. So many of you don't know the importance of incorporating your accounting into your businesses. So you're probably looking everywhere else to figure out what is really happening with your business. You're probably looking at your Shopify sales, your Etsy sales, this platform, and you're using your bank statements, and you just basically disregard the importance of your accounting. And so what happens is when you guys completely disregard your accounting, you end up messing up financially. You lack accountability because you really don't know what's happening. And you can only really make adjustments off the truth. You can't make adjustments in your life or adjustments in your business off falsehoods or lies. Okay. So you guys really need your accounting to hold you accountable to deliver the output that your business requires for you to excel. But because many of you are not doing your bookkeeping, you don't have an accountant, right? You guys don't understand the importance of basically utilizing your accounting like the big boys do to scale and grow your company. So around this time of the year, this is where we get most of our cancellations, or this is where we get most of where we send out disengagement letters to clients. This is when most individuals that's doing bookkeeping or have someone doing their stuff, they end up parting ways for one or two reasons. One, they never use their accounting, so they don't know what value it has. Or two, the business have fallen financially and don't know how to afford any other services that they deem as something that they can do or not useful at the moment. So people make decisions financially without their financials. And so this is why International Accounting Day may be a boring holiday, like I said, guys, but it's one of those holidays to bring awareness to the importance of you managing your businesses successfully. So let me give you guys an example. So President Biden, was attempting to pass that law where he was able to get the banks to report to the IRS the amount of your deposits and the amount of your withdrawals if it exceeded $600. So he was not successful in being able to get the um, Congress to approve him working with the banks to get you guys' financial information. But when it happened, I actually sent him a recommendation to require you guys, if he was trying to go that route, that doesn't benefit you guys, right? It doesn't benefit you guys, them knowing all of your deposits and all of your withdrawals. No. So I went on ahead and made a recommendation for them to make bookkeeping a requirement for all small businesses. So rather than being snoopy and trying to get 1099s from the bank, just require you guys when you file your tax return to have a bookkeeper or an accountant sign off saying that they're doing your financials, and if you had to provide them, you could do so, right? So why did I make that recommendation, and why am I talking about this on International Accounting Day for you guys right now? Was that I know that if more business owners, especially the smaller ones, because the big companies, guys, they use their accounting like it's tissue paper. Like when they go to wipe their, right? That's how often they look at their financials. But a small business owner go as often or do their accounting like they're going to get a mammogram. What is it? Mammogram, which is once every 6 to 10 years or something like that. So it is very important, and that's the recommendation. And the reason why I recommended for Biden to approve or make it a requirement for you guys to do your bookkeeping is because I know that more of our small businesses will be extremely successful if you guys use your numbers. If you guys had your numbers on a regular basis and you use them correctly, you would be in a better state financially. You would know what's happening with your business. You would know what decisions you need to make. You will have the resources to help you make the right decisions. You guys would know where your money is going. You will be able to compare and contrast on what you're spending, what you're not spending, why, and you can start actually putting together your business money story. But without your financial statements, without all of the pertinent information that you guys need, you are not able to scale your businesses to where it could be if you guys just use your accounting. So International Accounting Day, guys, is so relevant, and is so relevant now, especially with all of the tax changes that they're making and the fact that many of you are traveling from countries to countries, and you guys are getting paid from and having clients in different countries. So it's very important that you really take things extremely serious and start to incorporate your accounting in your day-to-day business life. And I know it may sound like blah blah blah. Folasade, you always saying that, girl. I don't need that, right? That's probably what you're thinking. But just so you know, and you guys want to grab your pen and your paper right now, your accounting, your financial statements, right, shows your business net worth. It shows how much money you have in your business bank account at a given time. What are the business assets? What liabilities does the business possess, right? Just by looking at your balance sheet on a specific period will allow you to see where your business stand at that given moment, especially if your books are accurate. So for example, if you guys wanted to attempt to sell your company, right? They will ask you for your numbers. They're going to ask you for your revenue. They're going to more than likely probably ask you for your balance sheet and things like that, so they can see how much debt your business have, how much money in the bank at a given point do your business have, how much money have you sucked out of the business, how much money have you invested. And see, that's another thing. Your balance sheet also shows how much you guys invested in your company. But because you guys are not doing your accounting and you don't understand the importance of your bookkeeping, you don't know how much money you've invested into your business to this day. You don't know. So if you are really considering selling your business, right? Scaling your business, or retiring and being able to have it live on in terms of legacy and have a strong succession plan in place, then it's time for you guys to incorporate your accounting. Accounting is not just for taxes, it's really for you guys to make the decisions that you need to make as the CEO of your company. If you ask any CEOs of any major Fortune 500 companies how often they look at the numbers, they're going to ask you, how often do I sit at my desk and work? That means they're looking at the numbers every day, all day. And so some people say, well, I don't want to run my business just off numbers. I want my people to feel like a person. I don't want, you guys give me so much backlash, right? And you're probably thinking that right now. I don't want to just run my business off numbers. So my question to you is next, what are you going to run your business off? Your gut? Just your bank statements? Just what you see? What you can catch? How are you really running your business? And when most people say they don't want to run their business like that, they haven't made money yet. I've realized that most people would never take their taxes or their accounting serious until you guys get a big bill from IRS, until your business is completely destroyed. You have nothing to show for it. You're underwater. You're struggling. And then now you're trying to figure out, where's everything going? What's happening? Guys, at that point, it's almost too late. Your accounting is the blood that runs through the business, that keep it flowing. No, the vessels that your blood flows through. Okay? The brand is the body, is the whole. The brand is the body. The accounting is the vessels that your blood is flowing through. And you need those vessels to be clear, right? To allow blood to flow through easily. You don't want them to be clogged, right? When we got clogged vessels, that's when you have congestive heart failure. You have problems. Your kidneys may not be running well, all sorts of things, right? So if your vessels are not flowing correctly, then more than likely you're not healthy, your body isn't functioning properly, and so forth and so forth. So without your accounting, you don't know whether or not your business is flowing well. What's happening? Are clients paying on time? Do I have enough clients paying at a given point? So like right now, just use my company, for example, and always try to give you guys real world examples. What better way to use me, right? So I have a major income gap in terms of my monthly bookkeeping revenue. So around the first week, everything is good. So around the third week of the month is where I really don't receive any payments from bookkeeping clients. And so now my goal is, when we do acquire new bookkeeping clients, is to attempt to get them, which you can't force people to pay you on whatever monthly day they want to pay us, right? That's the day they can. But my goal is to get that people within that third week so that revenue can just flow smoothly and there won't be a lag at all, right? So my accounting is what showed me that, not my bank deposits, okay? Not my bank deposits. Because remember, any money that you receive on Stripe on Friday is going to show up the next week. Any money you make on Stripe on Thursday is going to show up next week. You see, it's not going to show up Saturday. Any money you make on Saturday and Sunday, it's going to show up the next week. So while you thinking, oh yeah, money is hitting every week, well, there could be a lag in how payments are hitting. And those are just the small things, and just something very small that can change the trajectory of your revenue and streamline your expenses and everything in your income and make it easier to pay payroll by you just looking at the numbers in those particular areas. But because many of you guys are not looking at the numbers and you're not paying attention to it, or you just flat out don't have them at all because you really don't understand the importance of an accountant, when that's actually should be one of the first things that many of you hire, which is an accountant to better help you understand where the money is going, what you need to do, what you're doing with it. Is it bringing you a return on your investment? But we're not having those conversations because no one really want to talk about accounting. You guys just think that taxes is just it. Taxes, guys, is the end of what you did for the year. So right now it is what? November 9th, 2021. If you only look at your numbers during tax time, that means as of right now in your business, you have no clue how much money you've made. So you cannot be strategic with your taxes right now because you don't even know what's the net income. You don't know if you have to be strategic with your taxes because you don't know the net income. You don't know what's the total revenue that you've made. You probably don't know what the net income you have. And then I know definitely you're confused because you know you made some money, but when you check your bank account, it's not adding up. So if you're waiting until tax time, guys, to see what's happening with your business, then as of right now, you have no clue. And you have to wait about 4 to 5 months from now because IRS may not open tax season until maybe what? The first week of February, maybe second week of February. And then you have to prepare your paperwork. So that means you have to go back and find everything to even prepare your taxes. And because it's not in a structured manner for you to understand until you get your tax return, you're not going to know what's happening in and out of your business until Wednesday. I said Wednesday. Until around March of the following year. How can a business owner make decisions about their business financial state, about their business investments, where money should go, where money shouldn't, if you cannot see the numbers until 3 months after the year is over? So if all of our businesses operated in that capacity, then we wonder why the business failure rate is so high. If more businesses knew how much money they were investing initially from their hard-earned job, you guys will probably close your businesses because you will realize that you've put a lot of money in it with no return. Like I have a few clients over the past 2 years. Watch me online. Finally gave in and let me do their taxes. And this is a true story. Well, almost everything I say is a true story. Everything I say is a true story. So this is a very, very true story. So I did the client's taxes. And come to find out, the client ended up having about $60-something thousand worth of expenses in their business that they invested in coaching, softwares, things like that. But guess what? No revenue. So that's year one. I said, hey, do you know this what you spent? They said, oh my gosh. No, I did not. So that year struck curiosity. So they were already past the year's time. So the following year came for me to do the taxes. Same thing happened. Around the same amount. Then another tax year came. Same thing. And so why am I saying this? Because I truly believe that if those clients knew how much money they were investing month to month, year after year, via bookkeeping, via using their accounting, right? Because I always say you use your accounting to leverage and grow your businesses, right? Then they would have known that they were spending 50 plus to 60 plus $1,000 a year with no return. And the moment that you guys do that, and without a proven concept, like, you should be asking yourself, am I really crapped up to be in business? Do I still need coaches because I'm getting coaches and I'm not making money? Do I still need this? Like, it starts to have you question things. And so your accounting guys allow you to now start to question yourself. But remember, we're in a day and time where accountability, no one wants to be held accountable, right? As the accountability accountant, I know, right? Nobody wants to be held accountable. But we have to. You guys have to use your numbers to hold you accountable so you can grow and scale your companies. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be stuck where I am right now with the income that I'm making. Next year, I want to double that. But if I don't look at my numbers, if I don't make the necessary investments because of the numbers telling me I'm lacking in certain areas of investments, and see, that's another thing. Your accounting guys allow you to see where you're lacking in terms of where your money should go and where you're investing. Because some people don't realize that they're not investing any money in marketing. Some of you guys are just using Instagram for free. That's cool, but to really scale and grow a company, you're going to have to pay for some real marketing, some real Facebook ads, a real marketer, a real something, right? So you're probably wondering why your Instagram didn't grow. Have you invested in any marketing? You're probably wondering why your email list didn't grow. Did you invest in new photos? Did you invest in new content to drive new traffic? The numbers will show you guys what you are lacking and what you need. You just have to first get the accurate numbers. And that's by either doing your bookkeeping on your own or hiring someone like myself and let me and my team do your bookkeeping. Or you attempt to do it yourself. And see, that's another thing. And that's going to lead into what I'm about to say before we go to break. Many of you are attempting to do your bookkeeping on your own and you still don't have the right numbers because it's not accurate. It's not correct. And you can't make decisions off incorrect data. So let's say, for example, you attempted to do your bookkeeping on your own, right? You misplaced some revenue. Your revenue said you made $50,000 that month, but in all actuality, you made $35,000, right? So when you go to look at your net income off of $50,000 may say, oh, you have a profit of $15,000. But the real number shows you are operating at a little loss because you made $35,000 and you spent $36,000. So inaccurate numbers can also make you guys make poor decisions in your business. So just doing bookkeeping doesn't suffice. Having accurate books is what you guys need. So guys, I'm going to take a quick little break. It's 7:30 per usual. Around this time, we take a quick little break. I will advise you guys to grab your pen and your paper because most of the time in segment 2 of the show, I always give you a lot of practical things that you guys can actually implement. And if you guys do implement, then you'll be a little bit more successful. Just every week, just implement just a little splash of the things that we talk about here on the show. So once we take our break, if you guys can share the video so we can get and share and like the video if you're watching us on any social media platforms. If you're not watching us on any social media platforms and you're watching us on the replay, then you want to also grab your pen and paper because we're about to drop some gems. And then you can share the video as well. Like the video wherever you're watching at, and comment. Let me know what you think about the show. So guys, we're going to take a quick little break and we'll be right back. So your refund can still be high. Or if it's not the case, your refund would definitely be lower. So that's really a few of the reasons why many of you are going to be shocked, thrown back, taken aback, beat up, disturbed, might be crying in your feelings because your tax refunds are much lower than what you anticipated. Your business is right on that piece of paper that I can maximize, but guess what? Many of you guys took shortcuts in your business. You've been taking shortcuts for years. So you're out of luck right now. You're looking at that pile of paper and you like, yo, you serious, Folasade? Yes, I'm serious. And I'm very serious because right now your bookkeeping is what's going to either catapult your business or be a detriment to your business. And your lack of it is definitely a detriment, especially in the situation that we're in right now, where we all need to be maximizing our deductions and paying as little bit of tax as we legally could so we can sustain in our businesses and be able to afford our lifestyles. But if you are not doing your bookkeeping, and if you're not keeping proper records, then I guarantee you are not paying the right amount of taxes that you're supposed to pay, or you're not getting the right amount of refund that you are supposed to be getting. So if you are a business owner, the way for you to protect your wealth, your income right now is by making sure you cross your T's and dot your I's and get your bookkeeping in order and stop playing games like you out here not trying to build a successful business. Only people that don't want to be successful don't have an accountant. Only people that don't want to be successful don't do their bookkeeping. And right now, your small business is maybe somebody else's blessing if you were to get your stuff in order. So you need your bookkeeping to make sure that every dollar you spend in your business is written off. Accountability matters. Accounting matters, okay? And being forthcoming matters. But most importantly, being you and staying true to yourself is what really matters. Hey guys, welcome back to the Money Zone. If you're just tuning in, we were talking about a little bit of background information on International Accounting Day and the importance of it, and also the importance of you as a business owner incorporating accounting into your business. And I honestly believe, truth be told, that accounting, and I always say accountants save the world, right? I do fully believe that your accounting is what's really stopping you from catapulting in your business and being the success that I know you guys could be. I see it constantly. Businesses struggling. Or you guys have the accounting and then you don't use it. You don't want to take it for face value. You don't want to be honest with yourself and see that this is where the accountability part of me come into place, because you want to, there's a distinct connection between accounting and accountability. You see, they all have that root word, right? Is a distinct connection between the two. And so if you are that type of person that don't want to be truthful and don't want to be honest with yourself about things, then guess what? You're never going to respect your accounting. You're never going to say, let me sit down and see what the numbers say and be honest. Oh, dang, my goal was to make 50,000. I didn't even come close. I overspent. I did this or I did that or whatever situation may be. But at that point, because you guys were honest with yourself, you're able to correct the mistake. Most people stay who they are because they constantly lie to themselves about who they really are, right? So, like, if you're mean and you want to be nice, first of all, you have to acknowledge that you're mean, right? If you're not a good mom, you have to first acknowledge that you're not a good mom so you can be a better mom. So like with me, I know I'm a really good mom, but I want to be like super duper mom, right? So I've had to acknowledge that I'm a good mom, but for the type of mom that I want to be super, super, super duper mom, right? So guess what happens? I have to step it up. I've been trying my best doing that. But you have to ask yourself, what you want. And once the numbers tell you differently, then you have to do the work. But first things first, guys, 3 ways to use your accounting. And this is where you want to grab your pen and your paper. 3 ways to use your accounting to grow your businesses. Number 1, it allows you to see if you're meeting revenue goals. Okay. So remember, there's a top line revenue goal that you want to focus on, and then there's also a bottom line net income goal that you guys want to focus on. Because see, you can make $1 million, but if you only netting 100K, you're not a millionaire. Does it make sense? So most people have to at least make about 1.5, 1.2 million so they can net $1 million. But you will never know where you stand in being able to net that $1 million goal that you want if you don't have your numbers. Okay? Because logging into your Stripe only tells you the top line number. Logging into your PayPal only tells you the top line number, what you made on PayPal. So let's say, for example, you're like many of my clients and you collect money from PayPal, Stripe, Square, and everything. So that means you have to go to 3 different payment portals to find out what you made for that month. So your accounting allows you to be able to easily see whether or not you're meeting top line revenue goals and bottom line net income goals. Or does the top line not meet your goal, and does the bottom line have a loss? By you guys incorporating your accounting, which is your bookkeeping, and the accounting part is analyzing the bookkeeping, right? And then at that point, you'll be able to set realistic goals off of what you're capable of doing. Because many of you, and I see the coaches do this, oh, you can make 50K, you can make 25K. You may not even have the products yet to make that much money. So just setting that 50K revenue goal means nothing. But looking at the numbers does. So that's number 1 thing that your accounting can help you scale and grow your company. It allows you to see the top line number. And I also gave you a bonus in there, the bottom line net income number as well. Okay. So that's 2 so far. The third one, it allows you to see where your money going line by line, especially if your bookkeeping is accurate. So for example, some of you are utilizing so much money with softwares. You have every software possible. By you having your accounting, it allows you to see all of the softwares that you're investing in. And at that point, if you allow your accounting to hold you guys accountable, right, then you can take a step back and say, okay, am I using this software? When was the last time my team used this? Oh, I'm going to continue to buy this because my team is going to need this. Or, oh, my team regularly uses, oh, this is my source. I love this. I have to use this every day. Or I need this to survive in my business. You guys will be able to differentiate what softwares you can go without, what softwares you use, what softwares are very important, what softwares you may need to be sitting there calling and try to negotiate on some prices as well. So it's not just to see what you got to let go, what you got to keep, what you use, what you don't use, and also that you see which ones you need to kind of negotiate on price points because it's a little too expensive. But if you don't have the numbers, then you're not able to see that, guys. You're not able to see it. And so this is why 95% of small businesses fail within the first 5 years, because those are the first 5 years that you guys think that accounting, having someone do your bookkeeping is so costly. But you guys will easily pay a coach and then don't execute on what the coach tell you to do. But you won't invest in your accounting. But then dang, if you did invest into that because you're not executing on the coach, you may not even execute on what your accounting is telling you that you need to be working on or doing better with. So it goes back to, honestly, international accounting, they leads back to the level of accountability that each firm wants to hold themselves to. Because firms that want to hold them to their core values and firms that want to hold themselves to their goals and their missions use their accounting to be able to achieve those said goals. But firms that are not serious on obtaining those goals and meeting those standards and scaling and growing and profiting, they bullshit on the numbers. One, they're afraid to look at it to tell the truth. And you can't be in business if you don't want to accept the truth. Okay? So use your accounting to tell you, that's the third one, where your money is going. So you can make the proper adjustments according to the mission, core values, and purpose of your company. Not because of your gut. Yes, you use all of that plus your gut, plus your instinct, plus prayer and alignment to make those core decisions. And number 4, use your accounting to show you guys your level of production, your input and your output. See, your input is your revenue. Remember, what we give, what we put out, we should get some type of return. So if you're out there killing it, on top of your game, doing your marketing, right? And doing what you're supposed to be doing, following up, amazing customer service, your staff doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? Then the revenue should be flowing, the referrals should be coming, right? So that top line should be rolling with the homies, right? Rolling, right? It should be. But if it's not rolling, that should now have you say, okay, what's happening? I'm on a sales calls. Am I not closing sales? Do I not have enough recurring monthly revenue? Is my staff not doing follow-up? Am I not following up? Is my email sequence right? Did I do a good job on that webinar? Is my Facebook ads operating? See, the moment you guys have these numbers, right? It allows you to see your input and your output in almost every area, depending on the level of detail and the intricacies that you have in your bookkeeping. So like, for example, when the client depart from me, another accountant may not be able to keep up with the way that we do the books because I have it so detailed, it's crazy. They might think it's useless. But for me, because I help my client make money and scale the company. I don't just do the tax part. I actually sit there and talk with them. And we go through, my clients know what I do, right? So I need to see that layer of detail that most accountants don't even understand what's being said. So the more detailed, the more clean your accounting is, the more efficient you can be as a CEO of your company. But if you don't have the numbers, you're going to constantly keep spinning your wheels. And then you're going to constantly keep asking yourself, why am I not growing? What am I doing wrong? What could I change? Right? But you won't know, guys, until you look at the numbers. I know you say, oh, I hate math. Accounting is not math. Accounting is counting your money. Okay? So for all of you guys to say, oh, I don't like accounting because I don't like math, girl, accounting is much more than math. Accounting use the basic calculator. Do. 50 plus 100 is what? That's what accounting use. That's what we use. Finance use X to the third power, X plus this. That's finance. Accounting, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now, accounting will say, what does the meaning of that 2 says? What is the impact of 1 on 2? That's what accounting says. That's what accounting do. Finance use X to the third power. This is a lot of functions and formulas in finance. Accounting is very straight to the point, and it's very analytical. It's analyzing the data and the numbers. Sorry, guys. Interruption. Okay. So I hope that kind of allow you guys to see the importance of your accounting. It is so important. And that is probably why, if you're watching me right now and you have not achieved your goals, ask yourself, are you doing your bookkeeping? Do you have an accountant that's doing your bookkeeping? And if you do have your accountant doing your bookkeeping, are you analyzing what the numbers are saying? And if you're not analyzing the numbers that you're saying, you're doing yourself a complete disservice, because you will not be able to really scale and grow your company until you guys analyze to the core as to why things are happening. Okay? So like with me, I not only look at the numbers, I take my gut, and then I use my gut to inquiry. I don't make decisions off my gut. I use my gut to inquiry. So then I'll look at my sales for the month. I look at the amount of calls I had for the month. And then I piece it all together, and it tells me everything. So then my team, we wonder, why Folasade asking me all of these questions? Why am I doing this? Why I'm doing it? Because I need to see, if I close a deal, did I send Randy the referral that came on Instagram? Did Leo screenshot? Did she call it? Did I follow up? So you have to start piecing together. But without my accounting, I wouldn't even know where to start. That's basically what I'm saying. So if many of you are struggling right now in your business, ask yourself, do you have accounting? And if you do, then are you utilizing it? And if you don't, you need to get it. And you need to get it now, because it's hard to get the data from back to back. Like, if you don't have accounting, you won't be able to make strategic decisions for this year off last year's data. You won't, because you don't have it. So many clients miss out on really scaling and growing because they missed out on the data that they need. And I don't know who done told y'all this, but you need your accounting the moment that you operating your business and you're set to make money. The moment you go and start spending money and trying to make money in your business is the moment you need bookkeeping, guys. So don't wait until 5 years when things are falling. Don't wait until you file your tax and you see you've put $70,000 in. Don't wait until your back is against the wall and you're struggling and your spouse no longer believes in your business. Use your accounting now to scale and grow your business to the lifestyle and the heights that you guys desire. But your accounting is only useful if you're willing to hold yourself accountable to what the numbers say. I'm your girl, Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, guys. I hope that you take today's session to really figure out that accounting is beneficial to each and every one of you. And you may not be able to do it yourself, but you need it so you can get to the next point, guys. I advise you to do your part, make the money so you can have just have your accountant or have me as your accountant, whatever you may desire. But guess what? You need it, regardless if you're making the money or not. Guys, I'll see you next week. Have a good night.